webinar, which is being organized by Chennai chapter jointly with IIF Southern Region. I think today's digitalization is the major buzzword across the industries, and Foundry is not exception for that. I'm sure today's speaker would throw good amount of light on this subject. To get things started, I request our Padangappa sir, IIF Southern Region Vice Chairman, to welcome the gathering, please. Padangappa sir, floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Senthil Kumar sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, first of all, I would like to welcome Manish Patrikar sir from Vice President Technology and Marketing, MPM Pvt Ltd, for to throw light on Foundry Digitalization and Paperless defect analysis. Definitely, which is a major input for the Foundry people. Thank you, sir. Thanks for this wonderful program hosted by Chennai chapter along with association with Southern Region. I would like to welcome Manish sir from SR and on behalf of Chennai chapter, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Also, I would like to welcome our chairman who is on the way to Chennai now, and Palni Murugan sir, the secretary of IIF Southern Region. Also, the chairman V.K. Ramanan sir, Chennai chapter, and Senthil Kumar sir, Honorable Secretary Chennai chapter, and council members, and all the participants for making time, and also to all the members to making time to attend this very informative program. And I welcome all you for this beautiful session. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. I think now is the time to introduce our speaker, but no, it's only customary. I think Mr. Manish Patrikar is well-known figure in Foundry across the nation, not only one particular region. And we all know him as our IIF past chairman for Western region, and of course he is our national council member also. As a customary, I would now request Mr. Raman sir, Chennai chapter chairman, to introduce the speaker to the audience, please.
Thank you, Senthil. Thank you, Padangappa sir. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Manish.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's my immense pleasure to introduce Mr. Manish, Vice President, Technology and Marketing, MPM Pvt Ltd, Pune, to the August gathering. Manish is a mechanical engineer with background of diploma in metallurgy and computers. Known in industry as metal, green sand, clay, coal, bend, premix technology expert, rejection and process control technical person, Indian Foundry fraternity. Worked in various foundries and MNC organizations, starting his career at 2002 from engineer to vice president at MPM India. Predominantly, he freely educated more than 1,000 people in industry on green sand defect metals and worked practically with mostly all Indian and some European global projects. First person in India to introduce established bentonite and coal blend technology successfully to various corporate foundries for world #1 brand Amcol. Also worked with Ashok Leyland, John Deere, Toffee, Reiter, Coil, Mahindra OEMs for their vendor quality development programs and various surface finish process improvement projects like Castrite, Prism, etc. Coming to digitalization and Industry 4.0, actively involved in implementation of Foundry 4.0 and digitalization project of Sandman. It was developed by Mr. Deepak Chaudhary, founder of MPM, and established in many foundries like Tata Motors, Mahindra, CI, Munjal, Kiru, Ashok Inverse, Castex Technologies, Mahindra, Kandivali, etc. Contributed in IIF in many fronts. Basic membership from IIF Kolhapur. National Council member in 2022 and 23. Member of various committees in 2016. Started from Treasurer, Secretary, Chairman for IIF Western Region. Instrumental in pricing support for foundries, MSME for OEMs and MMR during 1922 as Chairman. So social exposure of IIF, there are many lists. Conducted a free supervisor training workshop on fundamentals to educate foundrymen, especially in local language, Marathi and Hindi. Conducted many workshops and seminars and papers presented all over India since 2015. Predominantly surface finish improvement with green sand global standardization, various papers presented, and still it is continuing. Obtained many awards, honors, recognitions, best paper award on green sand, panelist for various technical industry in MMR, IIF, regional local conferences. Conducting training and assignments on value engineering, green sand technology, operational excellence, and digitalization and industry 4.0. So with this good note, I request to Mr. Manish to take the forum thereon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ramram sir, for this introduction, and also Senthil Kumar and all the region. With your permission, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since this is a very difficult topic today, which I'm going to present, so I have to prepare myself first because this is a buzzing word everywhere. So maybe I'll just share my presentation. Senthil sir, just let me know if any glitch or something
Yeah,
is there. Do you able to see the screen?
yeah, screen is there. Yeah.
Okay. So webinar becomes very difficult for me because you are talking yourself and you are talking to walls. So I'm more comfortable with the seminars and workshops. But anyway, this is the new, what you call is a new normal. Digitalization, everything is a new normal. So we have to cope up here. So again, welcome all to today's webinar. And if you see specifically in a slide, I have specifically mentioned the proud foundryman, and we should feel proud while we are quoting us ourselves as a foundryman, because foundry is an industry which is the mother industry, and we are working in it even with the challenges of dark, dirty, and dangerous. So with this, I first of all congratulate all the delegates and all the foundrymen here for being a foundryman. So let us start the topic of my papers today. It was DigiSmart, and the DigiSmart meaning is digitally smart foundry. That's why I have given the name. It is a DigiSmart. So this is a foundry digitalization and paperless defect analysis as a further drill down topic. So let me go to next slide. So before starting the presentation, I would like to thank you, Chennai chapter team, for organizing such a wonderful session and inviting me for this topic. I would also like to thank Southern Region team, whole Southern Region team, including mm, all the chairmans and office bearers. Also like to thank MPM management, Mr. Chaudhary and Aditi, because if they don't permit, I may not be able to present. So also thanks to them for giving permission to present this topic to you. And of course, the major and big thank you to all the foundrymen and all the delegates present here in large number. I think number is crossed around 75. If I'm not
77,
wrong.
sir. 77.
77. Good, good.
Getting it. Good numbers.
Yeah, maybe I would like to see the century, because the
Yeah,
topic is such a passionate topic. So I'm sure you will able to achieve the 100 today. So let's interact, and my request to everyone, please on your videos, so that I should also feel that I am giving a seminar than a webinar. So it's for my comfort, nothing else. Okay, so let's start the presentation today. So what is my biggest challenge today? Anybody can guess? Senthil sir, can you guess what is my biggest challenge today?
You already told, no? You have to talk. See the walls and talk.
No. The another challenge. Let me just give you the brief. This is my biggest challenge today, because Chennai chapter has given me the task at 2:30. And this is the very crucial time when everybody is having their lunch, and post lunch, when you are just near to a power nap, This is the
Yeah.
timing given to me, and with such a critical topic of digitalization. So my challenge is to you really, keep awake all the peoples, which I will try my best. So after lunch session, post lunch session, let us see how much I am able to success to awake the peoples for this topic. Okay, so my presentation flow will be as follows. Industry 4.0 and Foundry, then digitalization concept and challenges, live demonstration of the manual and digital root cause analysis. Finally, conclusion, questions and answer. Since I have said it's a very big topic, it is very difficult to present the whole topic in an hour or hour and a half time. However, I will try to present whatever best possible. So for any limitation, please excuse me. Okay, let's start. What is the Industry 4.0? So everybody knows, everybody is talking about it. This is the revolution that is from mechanization up to now cyber physical system. This is all everybody is knowing it. 2.0 is the mass production, electrical energy, then automation, and then now it is AI and all big words. So what is actually 4.0? So 4.0 means you have RFID, cloud computing, mobile technologies, 3D printing, advanced robotics, big data, all is there. Where are we? Can anybody answer? In our foundry, where are we? Senthil sir, can you answer where are we in terms of industry 4.0? You are in automation field. Maybe you will able to. Where are we?
Between 2 and 3.
Exactly. Very correct. So I would say in a foundry, we are not 3 or even 4. We are just 2.75 because we are in the interim of the 2 and 3. Let's go. So what is a digitization and digitalization? So in short, the digitization is mainly when you are transferring analog data to a digital data, maybe like paper to the digital copies. That is more of a digitization. And digitalization means when you are analyzing it, when you are collecting the data, when you are doing something on it, that is called digitalization. So what are the challenges for the digitalization, especially for the foundry industry? I am specifically focusing the foundry industry because I am looking for more than 300 foundry industry overall India. So we are facing what challenges? So let us see what are the digitalization challenges for foundry industry. This is the practical, by the way. Since our foundry is a dark, dirty and dangerous, that is the biggest challenge for our industry. Another one, foundryman mindset to do as it is. No change. I'm sure everybody will agree. I know people will not say in a forum, yes, we are like this. But I know internally they are certainly thinking what Manish is saying is very correct. So foundryman mindset to do as it is. So the problem with the foundrymen is they don't want to change. Whatever is going on, they wanted to let it go as it is. That is a mindset. And whenever, especially it is coming for the technology, it's very difficult when somebody is talking of the technology and immediately see ROI. So you have to have patience. Next. This is the again, discussing only on forum meeting, giving speech on AI, IIoT, and then machine learning, everybody. So most of our foundrymen having a big speeches, big forums. They will all talk about artificial intelligence, IIoT, machine learning, everything they will talk. And then when it comes to implementing in the foundry, the first thing will they say, "Arey yaar, let's see." So those who are discussing on a forum, we should go for digitalization. We should implement a SAP. We should do all these things. The moment we go to them for a digitalization, they'll say wait. And that is the practical mindset I have observed. Next. Price and commodity approach. Whenever we are talking about digitalization, Foundryman speaks about price. What is the price? What is the price? So price. Everything is about price. We cannot look the digitalization or technology as a immediate return on investment calculator. We have to give them a chance. We have to give them certain period. So commodity and pricing approach is again a difficult approach, which I have seen while digitalization concept. Bottom up approach. What is bottom up approach concept? This is from going bottom to top. The digitalization, the TPM, the value management, or all these concepts are the concept which I strongly feel personally, it has to be top down. It has to come from top management because it will be never from the bottom management to the top management. It has to be from top to bottom. Unless and until top management decides to do such policy changes or to such major changes in any company, 101% the bottom team will never encourage such type of technology. Next, fear of losing. What is the problem with the bottom line? They always tend to lose something. They always have a fear of losing. What is the fear of losing? Maybe they lose a position. Maybe they lose a work. Maybe they will lose a job. Maybe they will lose an opportunity. This is the practical problem with the middle management or bottom management, where they see technology is a disruptor and also a fear of losing this opportunity with them. Then somebody feeling, okay, when you are doing a digitalization, you will need to do more data, you need to write more data, you need to go to computers, you need to sit for hours together and do something like that. So this is an extra burden people are thinking even before, implementing something. Digital equipment in not digitalization. What do you mean to say here? Only buying a digital equipment which is showing digital outcome is not a digitalization. Please remove this concept in mind and also in the Foundrymen. Buying only digital outcome of the instrument is not the digitalization. It's the only you are trying to take a reading. Then again, this is the major challenge with the Foundry. It's a dictator attitude. Our Foundry is run like this. You will always, I have this argument with the so many big foundries when I go to, no, I want to do this manner. I want to do like this only. I don't want to change. That is the attitude our foundrymen are having. Then lack of skill, training, guidance from old team to the second line. This is another challenge for our foundry industry today. We are all facing everywhere the lack of skilled peoples, and transfer of the skills from experience to a second line or a third line is again a very big challenge over here for the industry. So believe me, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the challenge, transfer of knowledge, then transfer of events and history of the similar foundry to the second line is also a biggest challenge. Because the moment somebody is working in a foundry at a senior level, if he leaves the company, then the events, knowledge, history of the foundry goes with the person. Unfortunately, it doesn't retain with that foundry where somebody else can join and have the access of that knowledge. That is also a biggest challenge. Okay. So let's go to root cause analysis. So these are the mindset and the challenges. So how we do root cause analysis? What is RCA-CAPA? It is a root cause analysis and corrective and preemptive actions. How we take it? There are certain methods, YY analysis, Ishikawa diagram, then there are 7Y, 5D, so many other methods are there. What needs to be done for real decision making and especially for foundry defects on shop floor? I'll show you. So this is the basic principle when we are physically doing the defect identification. First, we are taking photo. Second, we are examining with the microscope or eyeing with the lens. Then we are going with a microscope. Then if it is required, scan electron microscope for the image. Then we are mapping the process, what exactly has happened. And then finally, we are recording the graphs and results. This is how, we are specifically following this process. So let us see what exactly happens. The data is generated in a foundry in a large manner. But unfortunately, as I said, when the digital outcomes are only there and available in the form of data, and when we are not taking any actions on it, so it is specifically garbage in and garbage out. Like in SMCR SCADA, every day GBs of data is being created. GBs of data. But unfortunately, we are not taking any actions on it. So unless and until you don't have any actionable insights on it from that data, that is garbage in and garbage out. Okay. So let us enter the digital world of solutions. Let us try to see the basic principles of the digitalization, and then we'll go for the direct demo of the software. So let's go to the DigiSmart. Then again, it's a digitally smart foundry. What exactly is a digitally smart foundry? So this is something, it enables foundries to gather, organize, validate, and store legacy data. It uses advanced predictive and prescriptive analytics to optimize foundry for SAN system. This is also patented software. Fortunately, unfortunately, I have this software only, which is only ready in today world for India. So I have to show you only this software because there is no other software in India available, which is giving you root cause analysis digitally. So I don't have any choice, but unfortunately, I have to show you this software, how we do it, so that you can correlate. So this is a patented software in US, China, Japan by our owner. So let's see what are the causes of rejection. So I'll just quickly go through it and then we'll have a question answer session. So what is the causes of rejection? First is a process variability. So what do you mean by process variability? You have a varying product mix. You have varying sand metal ratio. You have an unmeasured return sand. Then second is the data. What is the data? Data is there in the foundry, but unfortunately, it is available in different pockets. The different departments having the different data stored with them. And the moment you try to correlate it, it is not possible. So uncorrelation with the rejection, unvalidated data, and available in the different pockets. Third thing, which is I was telling you just now, shrinking pool of experts. Unfortunately, we don't have a skill papers now remain with us, and very limited skill papers are available. So transfer of knowledge for the same foundry is unfortunately missing. So events are missing, history is missing, transfer of the knowledge is also missing. The unmet need, predict casualty of the rejection. We are not in a position to predict casualty of the rejection. We are only postmarking. What is a postmortem? After rejection happening, we are working on it. What is the rejection and what are the causes? This is called postmortem. So we are not proactive. We are only reactive to the rejections. But with the help of technology, with the help of these softwares, and with the help of digitalization, you might be able to see proactively that, okay, I can act on it and I can reduce or even I can prevent the rejection. That is the beauty of digitalization. Let's see what we do actually. So we integrate with SCADA, then the tab-based entry. We also take the data from the Wi-Fi enabled sensors, and then we have a digital dashboard, which I will show you in the software while we have a live demo. We have a robust data validation engines. We have a statistical process controls charts. So whatever you are doing, it's there. The fourth one is a very important one. Notifications of email, SMS alerts. See, the moment you have a variation or deviation in the foundry, unless and until it is noted or unless and until it is found out, it is very difficult to act on it. So important is to have the knowledge of the deviation, and after the knowledge of the deviation, you should be in a position to act immediately. If this happens, you will be able to definitely reduce the rejection or maybe prevent the rejection. So this is a little bit a schematic diagram of the data digitalization, what happens in the basic foundries. So you can see here, there is a data coming from various PLCs. molding PLC, then you have a pouring PLC, then you have all the SCADA, which is data is coming all to Sandman. And this is just a loop and this is just a schematic representation, how the data can be collected and then we can act on it. Let's see what is automation. So people were asking us, sir, when we are looking for a software, when we are looking for a digitalization, I need to place one person dedicatedly for entering the data, which is useless to me. So believe us, there is no need of placing any additional person when you are using such type of software. Everything is through app. In fact, it is in a position to reduce your work. Now you will see how I'm able to reduce your work. Say for an example, when we are considering the organic testings like VM, LOI, total clay, active clay, dead clay, just for an example, these are the testings which takes hours to do. And after doing the testing, what you are doing, what chemist is doing, the chemist is entering the result on the paper first. And after entering on a paper, it will write the same result either on an Excel file or maybe on a SAP or ERP or whatever the modules are available. So it's a duplicacy of the entry. First, he is entering on a paper, plus he's entering the same thing on Excel or any digital form. So what is the importance of this software? You don't need to enter on a paper. You don't need to enter twice on the digital medium. You have an app. You can always enter directly onto the app and the entry is directly transferred to the cloud for analysis. So this is in fact a real-time entry. What happens with the major foundries? The moment you are entering the testing it, in the evening, people are actually recording all the results and then filling up the data. Similar happening for the rejection, similar happening for the all type of sand testing. But here you will have the entry along with the timestamp. So the moment you are testing it, the time will appear. At the same time, it is also available for the analysis. So this is the beauty of the softwares. So these are the mobile apps. Like you can see, you can entry sand, metal, core, dispatch, troubleshooting, sand parameters, whatever. It's just an example. The alert systems are there. What are the alert systems? The moment you have a deviation in your own properties, the software is able to give you the alerts so that immediately you will able to act on it. You don't need to wait for next day it to be rejected and further go for the analysis. The alerts will come for sand properties deviation. Alerts will come for additive dosage deviation, and alerts will come for SMC deviation, and alerts will come for any counterintuitive movement. What is the analysis available? We have an interactive dashboard. We have correlation analysis, all types of SPC, SQC charts, everything is there. This is the another revolution we did with the softwares. Most of the team or most of the foundries are doing this fishbone charts on paper. And believe me, a normal foundry having a data with the advanced technology is also in a position to do this fishbone charts in 4 hours, whereas a manual foundry may take 1 day to 3 days to do fishbone charts for a year time period. But with the help of this software, as I have shared, you will able to see within seconds. I will show the demo soon. So what we learned here, if we have a reactive to proactive decision making, if we have a dose by need additions, if we have a dynamic process consistency, then we will have a consistent reduced rejection. So what is the ultimate action? The moment you have knowledge from the experienced guys, foundry database, technical skilled person, plus the foundry data from the analytics with the cloud computing, you are in a position to make profits. That is a universal tool. I don't need to more focus on it. This is a universal. So I think this is all clear to everyone. Shall we go for the software demo?
Yes, sir. You can move on.
Okay, so is it clear now to everyone?
Yeah, yes, you just proceed further.
Give me a moment. I just need to enter into software and I'll share the screen. Just a moment. I'm trying to reach into the site. Do you able to see the screen?
Yes, yes.
So give me a moment. It's just trying to take few moments for the data. So anybody is having any questions in the interim for any for the presentation we did till this moment? We can ask in the interim so that the it gets open. So the moment you are logging to the software, you will have the dashboard coming in front of you. So the dashboard is a comprehensive dashboard, which I was telling you, unless and until you have the data available for different departments collated together, where the validation is always there, it is very difficult to analyze the rejection. So say for an example, now the dashboard is in front of you, where you are able to see it has highlighted. Maybe for a sake of the peoples, I would little bit enlarge it. Senthil sir, let me know if I am not visible or nothing is something is not visible, right? So you
Yeah.
can see 1st June rejection is the highest rejection which is shown over here. Then the dashboard always consists of pattern, what is pattern is going on. So even if you are in a somewhere else in the foundry or in your offices or anywhere else, you will able to see what is happening with the foundry. How? In the left hand side, you will see the pattern which is there. It is running here, which is the pattern. Then what was the previous pattern? What is the current pattern? What is the compactability going on? What is the prediction of the compactability? What is the additive additions going on? Then how much is the total production? How much is the total rejection? How much is LMT? How much number of molds prepared? So dashboard is consist of, all the things which you need at one place. Like in a foundry, the data is at a different pockets and a different places. But with this dashboard, you will able to have a single point of view of all the shop floor and everything going on with the processes. So you can see bad batches, even the total course and input, which is the major hitch for the foundry industry. So what is the total scores and gone to the system? How much is the prepared sand made? So this is all available there. So let's go for the rejection again. So this is how the 15 days period rejection is shown. And the 1st June is rejection is the highest. So it has highlighted. And the moment you click on it, I have clicked it, you can see, again I am clicking it, you can see the pie chart on the right side is changed and the pie chart on the left side is also changed. What is that showing? In that particular rejection, how much is my defects? It is showing in the right hand pie chart. Maybe I'll little bit enlarge for Foundryman's view. So this is an enlarged view. On the 1st June, it is showing how much is the sand defects is coming for this particular stage. So what is machining, blowholes, sand drop, broken mold, erosion, and blowhole at machining stage. Then what is this consist of? What are the castings which are actually having those defects? So in the left hand side, in the circle, you can see in the pie chart, these are the castings which have contributed to the total defects. Even if you want to further drill down, say in the right hand side, we wanted to know erosion scan is the major, sorry, the blowhole at machining stage is the major. So the moment you click on blowhole machining stage, you will have the details of the blowholes at machining stage, which is showing the components which are actually rejected for the blowhole at machining stage. So this is the beauty of the software and the digitalization, which will tell you at one shot what is the rejection, what are the components covered, and what are the defects covered. Second, let us go for a second filter. If we wanted to see what are the defects I am having for the component wise. So you can see there are the component wise defects shown, where the highest defect is this disk SJ. And in that, in a pie chart, you can see you have a major sand drop blowhole. And in the left hand side, it will also tell you which is the date of the production where you have a major rejection. So 2nd June is the major rejection date where this is produced, this component specifically, when you are talking about component. So another thing about defect, if you want to see what is the defect of my foundry, so you just filter it. You will have the defect summary in front of you, which will show that this sand drop and the inclusion is the major defect of my foundry for these 15 days, which I need to focus. And in the line below, you will have the components which are having this major defect of sand inclusion. And on the left hand side, you will able to see when these components are being produced and the major rejection is produced on this date. So this is how you will able to see at one place without even going to different departments that my rejection is this, my component is this, and my date of rejections are this. So you will able to focus the defect immediately for root cause analysis. Let us go for Pareto. Pareto is also there, 80-20 principle. Now we have seen the defect Pareto for the component wise, where you can see Pareto component wise. Maybe you can see defect wise Pareto also. So this is all again Pareto defect wise. Let's go for some charts, SPC chart, SQC chart. This is a run chart. Just go for a run charts. All are there. One moment, I'll just change the dates to July 1st to July 31st. Generate report. Let's go with a different date. Maybe I'll take a June. So the June chart will show here what are the running process we are going on for the ambient temperature, for the compactability. Okay, so this is the thing in front of you. You don't need to plot anything. Everything is available. You can see lowest unit, you can see upper control unit. All the optimum are there. What is your active clay going on for all this period? Why this is there? Then what is the ambient temperature? Then what is the optimum for the ambient temperature? So you can map n number of properties. So let's go to process control charts. These are our process control charts for June. These are all or your process control chart where active clay or whatever you want, ambient compactability, everything is available for analysis directly without doing anything on a paper. Let us see CPCPK. If even somebody wanted to go for it, you don't need a quality management person of a lakhs of rupees to study your statistical process control or to enter your data or to map the data to make this graph. Everything is just available on a click. Even a layman or even a worker can handle these softwares and see what is the CP, CPK going on with the processes. So this is so simple and available to a very common man. Let's go for the correlation, which is the main thing which I would like to show you. We in a foundry, we always have so many rejection, and unfortunately, we are not in a position to correlate any properties with the rejection. That is the biggest challenge for a foundry. Say for an example, for a green sand foundry, we know if the blowholes are coming in the sand, there is a probable cause of higher volatile matter, then higher LOI. Maybe sometimes you have a higher moisture. So these are so many things. But the moment we need to correlate it, unfortunately, that correlation is not possible. There is also somebody will ask question, so what is the difference between SAP ERP and here? I have my SAP, I have my ERP. But believe me, in a SAP and ERP, you may not able to correlate any properties with the rejection. That you need to do manually. But here, just try to see, we'll try to correlate total rejection with these properties. On a left-hand side, you have these properties. On the right-hand side, you have rejection. So I'm going for, say, suppose all components and rejection correlation with the properties. So the moment I have this property to rejection correlation available, so the domain expert, if the expert is there, he'll be able to see what exactly is happening. And even if the domain expert is not there, from the data, he will be in a position to monitor or guess what exactly is happening with the process. Say for an example, I will try to refine this specifically just to see clearly. Let us take only one property at a time. I am trying to correlate active clay and total sand rejection. Let us remove the other properties. Let us try to only correlate active clay and total sand. So our suggestion, whenever you are trying to see such type of graph, don't try to see a day data. It is better to see trending lines. So the moment I say trends, the trend line of active clay and the total sand rejection will appear there, so that instead of studying it, basically trend will directly indicate you what is the correlation between the active clay and the total sand rejection. Because this is something which is very important and it will give you insights whether both are directly proportional to each other or both are inversely proportional to each other. So here you can see the trend is following the active clay range. The moment you have a reduction in the active clay, you have the reduction in the total sand rejection. This is you can correlate immediately from your own data and own database. So let us see what are the changes done for this period. Process changes. So the moment you click the process changes, the software will also tell you what are the process changes you have done for this particular period. What are the process changes? Like reduction of the addition of the core sand, new sand, bentonite, or maybe some changes in the some raw material, or maybe some changes in the system. Say for an example, you have changed sieve of the polygon. So polygonal sieve has changed. So that is a system change. So blue is an indicator of the process change and the red is an indicator of the system change. So you can record the experience of the experts by way of annotation. So the annotation is come as a process change or a system change, so that you know you will able to see. Say for an example, if I see here a blue star, what blue star is indicating, I have increased the bentonite by 2 kg for drums to reduce mold breakage. So let us see, by reducing the bentonite, is my active clay has been reduced. So here I am able to see, even though I reduce it, my active clay is little bit reduced over here. Let us see, when I increase my fresh silica sand, it is written here on the sand, on the star, fresh silica sand increased by 5 kg. The moment you increase the fresh silica sand, your active clay will also come down. So you can see the trending lower of the active clay here. So, whatever actions you are taking, you are in a position to correlate with the help of the data. You don't need to be domain expert. Whatever you need to show is the data. So here, even those who are expert, they can see that whatever decisions they are taken is followed by the data or not. So this is the beauty. Let us go to now fishbone charts as our main agenda of today's webinar to see how digitally fishbone analysis is being done. Let's go to fishbone analytics. Say for an example, I wanted to do fishbone analysis for, so let us go for a fishbone analysis, and fishbone analysis can give you in a second what is going wrong from the reference period. Everybody knows why we are doing fishbone. When there is a major change in the system or process or a defect occurring, then people are doing fishbone analysis for man, machine, method, and material. So let us do it for the blowhole just to see what has been changed for the blowhole. Say for an example, now here I have a summary of the total blowholes for the year, and I wanted to see what has been changed from September to December, because September is my best period and December is my worst period. So I'm taking reference period as a September, which is already popped up there, and I'm taking comparison period as a December. December 1st. So it is 22. December 1st to December 22. 31st. The moment I submit it, you can see what are the causes, major causes for the fishbone analysis. And here you can see the pop-up is coming. So the popping up properties means you have the data over here. So the moment you have the data in the bottom of this chart, you will able to see the conclusion also. The absolute change in the permeability is giving you the blowholes. Then the question will come, why? The charts are giving, the data range is giving you clearly. Maybe I'll enlarge it for Foundryman's view. And now I have enlarged it. You can see here the 120 to 125 permeability was for the reference period, for the best period, and then it comes to 135 to 140. So this is the major change why your blowholes are coming. And this is the distribution plot which is justifying why it is coming. Then somebody will ask from the Foundryman, sir, how it is possible you are only giving one property and you are just telling me that this is the only issue? No, this is not the only issue. There are some other properties also where you can see in the bottom. Permeability along with the inert fines. This is also contributing and you can judge it by clicking on it. How? Just go to inert fines. You will able to see the inert fine data. The moment you click on inert fine data, the data is changed. Then you can see what is the deviation of the inert fine. So earlier it was 1.7 to 1.75. Then it has moved to 1.8 to 1.92. And this is a distribution plot. And this is the summary. So this has given the blowhole. And now in the bottom, whatever process change, like I have said, annotation is important. So whatever the change in event, change in process, or change in system has been done for those particular period, that is also appeared over here. Say for example, on a 1st December, I have changed the bentonite from 2 kg, then I have fresh sand changed to 2 kg. So all process change also appear over here when you are doing any analysis. In the bottom, maybe you can put a picture, then you can whatever summary or the minutes you wanted to write for the analysis, you can do it, and you will able to have a ready-made analysis available within seconds for your fishbone. The similar analysis is also available for all type of defects. So believe me, there is no need of the paper for any root cause analysis. In fact, instead of any imagination, you are thinking, because there are many foundrymen and there are many experts in the foundry, and everybody is having the opinion when it comes to defect. But unfortunately, unless and until the opinion is justified with the help of data, it remains only opinion. For justification, you need a right data. So your data will only justify that your opinion is right or wrong. So this is how you can do the root cause analysis without even paper based on the data. So I have only half an hour balance. So I will just show you the TV screen, which is shown with the software, which is visible to everyone. And then we will just conclude for the question and answer session. Let me take you to TV screen. How TV screen appears. So wherever you are, you will able to see this screen. So nowadays I have seen, Senthil sir, are you able to see the screen?
Yeah.
That 5%
Yeah.
are
Within 5% target values.
yes. So most of the foundrymen are nowadays installing a CCTV. You know why? They just wanted to see what is happening on the shop floor. So my question to all of them, if you are able to see what your workers are doing on the shop floor, is it really going to help unless and until they do right process? So this is it, what exactly is showing you. So this is not a CCTV, but this is actually what is happening with the process. It's a more relevant what is happening with the casting. It is more relevant what is happening with the process, and which is more important for you than what your person is doing. It may be irrelevant what is a person is doing, but it is most relevant to you that what is happening with casting and what is happening with your process parameters. So maybe I'll show you a little bit. Yeah. Is this screen properly visible now, sir?
Yes, 1 second.
Okay. So now
Yes.
you can see this will pop up across the different screen. What is the train line of LOI is going on? What is the trend line of addition is going on? What are your active clay? What is your WTS? What casting is going with right now? What is the parameters previous, today, and last week? What is happening with the trend line of the moisture? So this is actually a X-ray of your process going on. You don't need to go to any software inside for what is happening to see what is happening. This is a X-ray, and this is the live of your process. The moment your chemist is entering the value in the computer or in the mobile app, you will immediately have this value appear over here. So you don't need to go to the chemist and see what is happening with the GCS, actively, or any other value. You will be able to see over here, not only here, anywhere in the world, because it is in the cloud. So that is the beauty of the software. So with this, I think I'm already have to give time for a question answers. So this is just a glimpse of the digitalization. Believe me, with few of the foundries, even dosing is automated. The pattern properties, the sand properties depend upon the patterns are decided by software, and the dosing is also signaled by software without any man, without any human being. So technology is reached to this level. Then somebody will ask me, this is the technology is in the high end only. Maybe only Tata Motors and only Mahindra can do. No, even a 250-ton foundry, which is in Rajkot, is also having this, and they are digitally advanced. The required is only mindset, nothing else. So maybe with this slide, I would like to conclude my, presentation for this is the only glimpse. So I would conclude my presentation and maybe I will try to share my another screen. One moment. I will try to share my original screen of the presentation so that one moment. Yeah.
Okay.
One moment, sir. Okay, so this is it. So the screen is visible, a conclude screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
So thank you all again, the all proud countrymen. And this is my favorite line. Always I try to remain. That is,
Keep going.
have a courage to win than fear of losing. And please give technology a chance. It is not going to lose your job. It is not going to lose your expertise. It is not going to substitute your expertise. It is only going to benefit you for betterment. So thank you again, Chennai chapter and everyone, Southern region and all the delegates for making this seminar successful with your presence. And I'm sure since this is a very big topic, it's only glimpse. And I'm always there if somebody is having the question, I can answer personally and I can also give the answers right now, whatever the questions you have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manisha. Hello, Countrymen. If you have any queries, I would request you to raise the question.
Yeah, Manish, this is Srinivasan from Iconic Castings. Are you hearing?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
Srini, sir.
very nicely presented, and you just highlighted the foundry has to well connect to the technology. That is a good
Yes, sir.
term, and just make a awareness to the peoples. I have some few queries with you, and the Sandman software, which is only for the sand properties or to the entire foundry?
Entire foundry, sir. It is covering metal, core, and everything.
Okay, good. Rest of the things we will discuss in the offline. Thank you for your work.
Thank you, Srinivasan, sir, for taking your time and presence for the webinar.
Yeah, thank you.
This must be a common question for everyone.
Okay.
Anyone else?
See, when nobody is having the question, either I am able to convince everybody or I am unable to convince anybody.
It is the first one.
Manish, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Actually, here is a nice presentation.
Thank
Sir, I request you to introduce yourself, sir, please.
Myself, Ankush Kachole, planted Astaliner, Jawar Group of
Oh.
Company.
Okay.
Thank you, Kachole sir.
Yeah, a nice presentation. Also, I need to address your covered core shop, core making, sand making, but you have to cover the maintenance also, because you know very well maintenance of the mixer is well, then you can get the all correct.
Yeah. We are covering metal also, sir. We are taking the data for the microstructure, chemistry, spectro, everything.
Yeah.
See, in a 1 hour, including presentation and demo is very difficult, sir. That's what I said, no? It's a minimum 3 to 4 hours, seminar.
Yeah, though, no, it's a sand control. There is no ending subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very
Thank
good
you.
presentation, and our team also present, and I kept your presentation on the all people, so that
Thank you very much.
and from our group.
Thank you very much, sir. So, Senthil sir, what I can
Yes.
see, there are
Yeah.
few companies like Menon and Menon, our group. There are also Puja Autocast. So 74 is the only number. The actual number would be double.
Double, yeah,
Because-
that's what it says.
Because they are just, joined as a group.
Yeah, many people, company from even Chennai, like Nelcast or client, the people project in the conference room. There are
Yes.
about 15-20 people are presenting. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
I think the number that reached close to about 90, 91, I could see. This
Okay.
number, digital number, physical numbers are different. That only we cannot get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone,
So
anyone
any
is
other
having
questions?
Yeah, good afternoon, Manish. I'm Raghu from Shantala.
Yes, sir.
Really very good, nice presentations for the analysis part of it in the Foundry. Yeah, this is
Yes.
very good, helpful to us. But approximately, what is the cost for that total overall software installations, all those things?
Very
Maybe I think Senthil are looking for me for a sponsorship now.
Share of money.
Maybe I'll come back to you personally, sir, because this may not be the right forum to discuss the cost and everything. As I said rightly, cost is something we should look for than the price. As far as cost is concerned, it is lesser than a cost of a one quality management person.
Sure, sure. Thank you for that indication, sir.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else?
Yeah. Sorry.
Because I have tried to finish on time, because southern region is known for the keeping the time.
Yeah, Manish, one more thing.
Yes.
Again, this is Srinivasan.
Yes, sir.
Have you validated your software? Have you validated your software? Have you validated your software, your data?
Yes, sir. There is a validation engines. There are validation
Okay.
engines by rule. Say, suppose example, if you are increasing the bentonite, then your moisture has to increase, your strength has to increase, your WTS has to increase. So there are some 7 to 8 basic rules. So these rules are being validated by software itself when you are entering the data, and it will tell you separately in a validation engine how much is the validated data, how much is unvalidated data. Am I answered
Okay.
your question, sir?
Yeah, you answered. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yes, tell me, sir.
Somebody's put hello, sir. Dharmaraj. Dharmaraj, sir, you can even speak up and ask your query. Dharmaraja, it says here.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir, tell me.
Whether the software is covered all the melting parameters, sand parameters, all the parameters will be covered to get the result.
Yes. Yes, sir. Dharmaraj, sir,
Okay.
as on today, we are in a position to correlate all the green sand defects, and at the same time, we are capturing core-related data, metal-related data, and all the other ancillary data which is available digitally.
Okay. Sand parameter, all sand parameters also will be captured in the testing machines itself, or manual entry is there?
It depends. It depends. If you have all digital outcome available, we can handshake.
Okay.
If there is a manual data, you have seen here, the manual data doesn't need to be manual. It will be directly entered into software by a person. So duplication can be avoided.
Okay,
And
sir.
it's a real-time entry.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else for a question or even a feedback? If I can improve something upon, it's also welcome.
Sir, it's application only a Foundry only, na sir?
Yes.
Apart from any manpower control, you can use
Not
it.
as of now. No. As of now, we are only limiting to Foundry because Foundry is such a green sand and metal and all these things are such a difficult and a critical subject where we just need to focus on it. Everybody else is available to focus.
Production also, if you
Yes,
production, no?
production, rejection, melting, core. These all data can be taken and taken into software. Correlation is available for green sand defects. Otherwise, all the data can be taken in the software. See, ultimately, data is a data. Whether it is melting, molding, core, or whatever you wanted even to analyze it, the data can be captured. Ultimately, data is a data. Software is not in a position to tell you I need this data or I need that data. Another thing I would like to declare to the forum, since there is no questions or very limited questions, please do not, anticipate the software is a rejection reduction software. Otherwise, people always tend to think the moment we will have a software, a technology from overnight, you will have, the rejection will reduce. You have to give chance to technology. You have to be patient and you have to make a discipline. So the software will guide you for a proper discipline based on your own data. And that discipline will be resultant of the rejection and reduction.
Manish sir, there is a gentleman from Mr. Ogesh. So put a question in the chat.
Okay.
We can add shift-wise or hourly production punching.
Yes, it's all available. Shift-wise, hourly. In fact, if you have a pattern which is having two different or three different type of casting pattern or a different cavities, that also you can enter into software. So cavity wise rejection mapping is also provided in our tool.
One more
Daylight
question from me.
monitoring.
One more question from me, Dharmaraj.
Yes.
If we are already running with some ERP to cover the rejection data, whether
Yes.
if we implement your software, we have to enter newly in your software, or we can get it from the ERP itself?
No, we can handshake with the ERP or SAP, provided your service provider should be ready, because there is a facility of a CSV files or the exporting the Excel file from the existing software. So if they are providing us an Excel file, we can import it. If they are providing a CSV file, that we can also connect. However, I would prefer the other way. Our software is giving you the real-time data. So real-time data is more relevant than the data entered into ERP at the end of the day. So I would think a rather reverse way. They should take data from ours.
Okay. Okay, one more thing. Whether all the data will be stored in the local server or where it will be
It's an
stored?
Amazon secured cloud. It's an Amazon secured cloud with all international certification for the security, because you are aware we are working with the companies like Mahindra, Tata and all. So they have very high standards of security for the data protection and we are all following that, sir.
Okay, sir. Can we know the users in the Coimbatore region? For the
Yes.
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 Who are all the users for the Sandman in Coimbatore region?
Say again. I don't understand.
Who are all the For all the users in the Coimbatore region, how many customers you are having in the Coimbatore base?
You may be the first we can start with.
No,
How
no, you
long
are
you
No
are
sales
working?
pitch. Manish sir, no sales pitch.
That's what I said, no? That's what I said.
I'm just joking. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
How
Yes.
long? How long you are working, sir? This software?
Say again.
How
He's saying
long you are?
how long this software is.
This is found out in 2000.
Your voice is low. Manish sir, your voice is low.
Okay.
Yeah, now
Is
it's
it?
okay. Yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah.
It is started around 2014 and now it is almost 8 years or maybe later, earlier to it. So 8 to 10 years is always now happening and the software is running from 8 to 10 years with the different companies and different level. So it's almost 8 to 10 years the software is running from.
Where is the headquarter and how many employees you have?
It is in Chennai, sir, only in your region. It is in IIT Chennai Park. In IIT Chennai Software Park, we have an office over there where 5 data scientists, PhD doctors, and 5 domain expert having 30 to 40 years of the experience, including one veteran, Mr. Jayan Patankar is also there, which is even today present for the meeting. You can see his energy. He is around 75, but still he is also attending the seminar and he's a proud member for development of the Sandman software also.
You have any question? Yeah.
Any other questions, sir?
Mr. Manish,
Yes.
I have one question.
Sir, please
Yes, sir.
introduce yourself, sir.
Myself, Ankush Kachole from Astraliner.
Okay. Right, right, sir.
बोलिए कचौली साहब. Tell me, sir.
I have a question. We have already GSE software, USA make software. In that software, we are controlling the all live parameter on the mixer and sand.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can modify that software? Yeah, we can show you that show you your representative software and we can think for new software.
See, the problem with the existing SMCs or existing RTCs, the parameters are being guided by the domain expert.
Okay.
And here with our software or with the DigiSmart or variable compatibility controller or a Sandman, you are in a position to decide the real-time compatibility based on return sand temperature, return sand moisture, ambient temperature, and relative humidity. So this is a more accurate way of doing additions and also deciding the compatibility. So SMCs or RTCs are only decided by domain expert based on domain knowledge. So this is a limitation. We can work with it, sir.
Okay.
Can we monitor or track die life? Is that a question? Yes. Die life, you are saying pattern, right?
Die life, I think. Monitoring.
This is from the die from the aluminium or from the gray iron they are asking about. Which one is the foundry?
I don't know. Only name is mentioned. So, okay.
So my answer to them, aluminum. So
Aluminum,
my answer to them, see, for the software or for the data scientist, data is a data. What insights you wanted to take from it is depend upon the user. So the moment you decide some benchmarks for the software or for the data, it will give you outcome based on it. So suppose if you wanted to see the die life of the casting, the die life, then a relevant data has to be procured. relevant objective has to be decided, and then the person who is deciding the software or building the software can help you how to do that. So it's more of, it's more of a giving a new objective and giving a relevant data. As on today, this facility is not available with us. But if the data is been given, if the relative objective is been given, then we can monitor it. I'm not sure now, but we can do it maybe with the help of the domain experts. But for aluminum, we are not in a position to give you anything commitment right now.
Any other questions? Yes, sir. We will. I think we had a wonderful session. I think I'm sure that everyone must have got a wonderful insights. And now I request our IIF Southern Region's Secretary, Mr. Palnimurugan sir, to give a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, fellow Foundrymen, and good afternoon, my good friend Manish. So thank you for accepting the request from Southern Region and Chennai chapter to present a webinar. I think recent days it is one of the most attended paper. I think that I think Mr. Secretary can vouch on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So I think that is a subject I think presented by my friend. So anyhow, once again, thanks Manish. So I think we will keep calling you for more of webinars, because today I think most of the people are attended from Western region and Southern region. Sorry, Northern region. So I think maybe we can arrange an exclusive this thing for Southern region also. And so anyhow, thanks for accepting our request and presenting a paper today. And I thank once again all the participants from all the foundries in a large number, participated in a large numbers. I hope definitely there was a good takeaway for the people. And I hope that I think Manish will be able to sell more Sandman also in the foundry sector.
No marketing. I'm not done any marketing.
No. I am just joking. So now more than Ajay, I think you don't have to do marketing through this thing, Manish, because today everything is open to everybody, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
Whether you meet the person, meet the people in person or this thing, I think your product should speak. That's the thing. So that way, I think you have introduced a very good. You have introduced a very good product to the field. So all the best for your this thing. Anyway, once again, I thank all the this thing. I think Secretary, if I'm not right, I think we are loading all these things into YouTube channel, no? Into Chennai chapter.
Yes.
So I would request all the participants to go through that if somebody has missed out this thing. So again, I thank all the people and expect you to support all the activities of Southern Region and Chennai chapter in future also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, and looking forward for a physical seminar in Southern region.
Yeah, thank you. You are welcome always. Yeah, we will do that. Definitely will do that.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Manish.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all the delegates for present over here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, offline, how we can contact you, sir?
What?
Can you share your email ID or contact number, sir? If any questions, I will,
It's manish@mpmindia.com.
You can put the slide, sir.
Maybe I can put the slide.
Tell me your number, sir.
I'm just putting up the slide so that it is easy for you, sir. Just a moment.
Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.